As I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I take a look at my life and realize there's nothing left, cause I've been blasted.
What's up, DC Nation? Welcome back to another video. And guys, if you like the video, give it a big thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe because I always great DC content every day that you don't want to miss. And for today, I'm going to be talking about Sonic. Now guys, I am a DC channel, but also in this video, I'll be telling you guys all the references from the Sonic movie. But before I get into spoilers, before you leave this video, alright? This is going to be starting off as a non-spoiler review. I'll talk about certain stuff, and then once the spoilers come, I'll put up like pretty much a quick clip saying spoilers, and if you're going through this video, then you'll see that when it comes up, and then you can go see the movie and come back and check out the rest of this video. But guys, starting off for the non-spoiler part of the video, I like Jim Carrey in this film. Like, he was great. Like, he killed it. Like, Jim Carrey, he was a perfect Dr. Robotnik. And guys, he was very wacky, he was crazy, he wasn't annoying at any part, and a lot of his scenes like stole the show in the movie. And it was just like, wow, this is, at times I was like, man, I haven't seen Jim Carrey like this in a while. Like, when was the last film we saw Jim Carrey like crazy, super wacky, and it was cool to see that. And at first when they like cast him as Dr. Robotnik, I was kind of like, is that really gonna work? And even in the very first trailer, which I'll get to soon, like I was like, I don't know if this is gonna work at all. But he did a very well done job. I really liked him as Dr. Robotnik. Now to the next thing. Guys, that very first trailer was terrible with like the Sonic design, and it just didn't really look like a good film. Now the second trailer like turned it around with the new redesign. It looked really cool, and Sonic in this movie is awesome, guys. Like, it's very many references to his like video game, and he's just like a cool character, and all his lines just make you smile a lot. Like, yeah, this movie's a little kiddish. Like, yeah, if you're like an adult and stuff, you're watching the film, you're like, okay, that's not really funny, but it still makes you smile. Like, you come out of the movie theater feeling very happy because of this film. And guys, Sonic, his design, back to it, it looks really cool. Like, in the trailer, it looked cool, but in the film itself, when he's riding around, he's going fast, and all the effects, it just looks amazing, guys. Like, I was surprised. Like, the trailer made me like more excited. I was like, wow, they're actually doing this very well. But seeing the movie, I was like, man, they really pulled this off. Like, they made a total 180, alright? They went from a crappy film, probably, to a really great film, alright? Now, guys, there's a bunch of references in this movie that you're really going to enjoy. Like, there's probably a bunch that I'll mention the spoiler part. But guys, once you see this film, you'd be like, every 10 minutes or even every 5 minutes, you're like, wow, I know that reference, I know that reference, and it's just very enjoyable to watch. Now guys, the story, it's very simple. Like, it's not very like over the top. It's not like, oh, this is like a cool story. No, it's your like kind of generic story that you find in a bunch of other video game movies where like the character comes from another world, comes there, meets some human characters, tries to connect with them, but there's somebody going after them. He has to make new friends to fight them off, and by the end of the film he's kind of happy and he's moving on to new things. That's kind of what this film is like. And I wouldn't say that's really a spoiler because you kind of see that in the trailer, guys. So yeah, don't expect like a super complicated and you can be thinking about a story. No, it's just a very simple story, but it's perfect for a kid's film. Now guys, there's a bunch of stuff that happens in the ending that I really want to talk about soon. But other than that, guys, this movie I definitely recommend. If you haven't seen it yet, go check it out. I know some people are calling it dumb just because like the kids jokes, but just get past that, alright? There's a lot of moments that'll make you smile. The characters are great, even the human characters. Like, the guy who plays Cyclops is in this film. And though he's done like not that great acting in other films, in this film he acts very well. And the human characters usually like suck, but in this film, like, they delivered. Like, they were great. Like, they didn't throw me off. It wasn't like, oh, Sonic is great, Dr. Robotnik was great, but those human characters were terrible. No, they were great, and I was surprised by that. But yeah, guys, definitely recommend it. Go check it out. And for now, let's get to that spoiler review. So guys, this movie, let's get to that end credit scene first, alright? Well, actually, the two end credit scenes. What kind of mid credit scenes? The first one was Dr. Robotnik. he like went to that mushroom place, right? Which I know some people have been saying, like I looked at some videos after I saw the film, and I saw people saying, oh, is this gonna be like a crossover between Mario and Sonic? I don't think so, because that's actually a part that Sonic is at in like his video game. So like it would be cool to see Mario and Sonic crossover. Like I would buy that. I would totally see that like opening day. Like I'll rush to the theater just to see that, because that just sounds awesome. But for now, I don't think they'll do that in like the sequel at all. Like that's kind of jumping the shark on. But guys, we see Dr. Robotnik. He's bald, and he pretty much looks video game accurate. Like he's exactly from the video game, other than him being fat. Like Jim Carrey's super skinny. But guys, he's really cool in this. But now, let's get to that awesome mid-credit scene. The one where, like, I was in the audience, right? And everybody stood up and, like, cheered. Like, everybody's super happy. I saw people, like, starting to walk out because it's, like, the end of the film, you know? And they stopped and saw that mid-credit scene, the Tails one, and they all cheered. Like, they stayed for a bit to watch it. And guys, Tails, he just looks great. Like, after watching that very first trailer of Sonic that looked terrible, seeing Sonic get redesigned, and then seeing Dr. Robotnik look cool, and then see Tails look just amazing. Like, Tails look better than Sonic. Like, just see him, like, fly up in the air, and now he's on Earth. Like, it makes me super excited for Sonic 2, which they should do. But guys, the mid-credit scenes totally do not leave the movie right when it ends. Watch these two, they're very well done. Like, they're not just throwaway ones, they're not just like, oh, that's kind of teasing the next movie. No, they're like, hey guys, pretty much Paramount is telling you, hey, we're gonna make a Sonic 2 and it's gonna be pretty dope. So guys, I'm excited for that. But then, let's get to all those DC references, alright? Now, the first DC reference was obviously the one that we saw in the trailer, where we see Sonic reading Flash comics, which, even though I saw in the trailer, it was really cool. Like, they actually talked about it a little more in the movie. I was like, wow, they're actually, it wasn't just like, oh, quick, blinking, you'll miss it. No, he actually looks at the comics for a while. I'm like, man, I can see a couple from, like, Silver Age, and that's really cool. Now, another reference was that, well, it wasn't really a reference to DC Comics, but we saw, like, the guy who plays Damien Dark on Arrow and Legend of Tomorrow in this film. He only has, like, a couple scenes, actually, maybe in one scene. He's like that governor type guy who talks to Jim Carrey, and Jim Carrey pretty much embarrasses him. But this guy plays it very well. I always forget his name. I always forget his name, but he was great as Damien Dark in the Arrowverse, and he's great here. But guys, another thing, a couple other references in this film, like you see Sonic like run in like a tornado to make Dr. Robotnik like not see him. And guys, that automatically made me think of Flash, the pilot episode. Like guys, if you remember back in 2014, you see Flash, he's fighting off the Weather Wizard, the original one, and to beat him, he's just running around. It comes like an iconic moment that the Flash keeps coming back to throughout the series, like the past 6 seasons. So to see that in the Sonic movie, pretty much like you see Sonic run around with Dr. Robotnik, like they're in Egypt. Well, I don't think they're in Egypt. Yeah, they're in Egypt. And I was like, wow, this is cool, but kind of a rip-off at the same time. Like, there's a couple of scenes in this movie that I'm like, alright, they kind of ripped off that, but I don't have a problem with that. I'm not like, oh, they ripped it off, but they did terrible. No, they did it perfectly. Like, they did it very well. And guys, another scene that it's not really a DC Comics reference, but it's more of a Marvel reference, is the one where Sonic, he's at like this like bar, he's about to get punched, but he does like a Quicksilver scene, he's running through the place, and takes out every single person. And it's a great scene and all, but again, it's a ripoff of Quicksilver, like his 2 scenes from X-Men Days of Future Past and X-Men Apocalypse. So yeah, that was really cool. I really love that scene. And guys, other points in the movie that are spoiler territory, the final battle between Dr. Robotnik and Sonic, like they teased it at the beginning of the film. Like they literally do the thing, like it felt like Deadpool at the beginning, where he's like, okay, this is where the story started, but hey, I gotta like fast track. I gotta go back to the beginning and tell you guys the story. Which I like that, but it's very cliche. Like guys, this movie is all the way cliche. The beginning, the end, most of the movie, but I didn't really have a problem with that. Like, yeah, it's simple. If you're going into the movie thinking it's gonna be complicated, don't think that. It's just super simple, a quick film, and a fun film to take your kids, and for you to smile too. But guys, overall, a great film. There's great references like Fast and the Furious, Star Wars references, And even Keanu Reeves has a reference in this movie. Yes, he doesn't show up, but Sonic does mention his name. But guys, overall, I'm going to give this movie an 8 out of 10. Definitely recommend it. Go check it out. And guys, I'm super excited when they announced Sonic 2. This is probably the best video game movie yet for me. I really liked Detective Pikachu. That was great. But it's kind of faded in recent memory. It's still a great movie, but it didn't really stick with me. Now, Tomb Raider, that did stick with me, but I'm not as excited for a sequel as I am for Sonic. Now, who knows? It may fade in memory in a couple months, but I'm pretty sure it won't, because Sonic is so many references I think of, and just the fact that they made a terrible design into one of the best designs, probably one of the best video game designs I've ever seen, is really awesome. And also some end credit scenes. I just want a Sonic 2 right now. They should release one next year. I know they won't, but I'm just super excited for another film, and they just really delivered there, alright? But yeah, guys, that's the video. In the comment section below, tell me what you thought about Sonic. Did you love it? Did you hate it? Was it kind of middle of the road? Did you think it was a cool film, but kind of kiddish at the same time? And guys, if you like this video, give a big thumbs up. And if you haven't yet, bro, subscribe to my channel. Tell you great content every day that you don't want to miss out. Alright, guys, that's the video. Peace out.